Good morning, artist. It's Friday. We're going to finally do our full composition, but in the spirit of disclosure, I actually went out and did a little bit of research about crabs, because the crab that we drew before was a blue crab, and usually I see blue crabs in the channels and canals around here, and the crab that I really wanted to draw was the kind of crab that burrows under the sand at the beach. And so I found out that that kind of crab is called a ghost crab, and that crab actually stands up a little bit taller and is more interesting to draw. So you are going to get a bonus drawing today, and this is actually the drawing that I'm going to use in our composition. So our bonus crab actually has the same shapes that we used for our blue crab, so it's not going to be difficult. It's just that we're going to change it up just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to begin his body the same way that we did with the blue crab, but this trapezoid is going to be wider at the top and thinner at the bottom. So if we want to, let's see, I'll go ahead and draw the straight lines first, wider at the top and thinner at the bottom, like this. But we're going to curve those lines because we don't want it to be just a trapezoid looking object, and we'll do that later when we actually get in with our pencil. Now we're also going to overlap some objects a little bit and make it look like it's a little bit kind of coming at us instead of just looking straight down on it. So from the bottom corner here, we're going to overlap and we're going to draw a circle like this. And then we're going to draw that claw shape that we did with our blue crab over here. We're going to draw a claw here like this, and then draw the other little bit of it. And we're going to do the same thing over on the other side, but that claw is going to be a little bit smaller. So that claw is going to overlap a little and look like this and be smaller because they have one big claw and one small claw. Now the rest of this is just a matter of drawing the legs, and again the legs, like we did before, are just going to be ovals behind it. And this one stands up nice and tall, so I'm going to start right next to it. I'm going to draw an oval here, and I'm going to draw an oval going down, and of course that last one, remember that oval is more like a teardrop shape or a point. And do the same thing over here and go down, and then another teardrop shape or a point. And the last one, the one that's standing up nice and tall on the back, is like that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over on the other side. I'm going to do an oval here, and like this. And you want it to kind of touch the ground in the same place, so it looks like it might be standing on the ground. And there's another one here. And then we're going to do that last one, oval and oval, and another pointy kind of teardrop shape. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to my pen now because I'm going to add the details of the face. And I'm going to do that first before I ink in the rest of the body, just to make sure I get them done right. The thing that I love about this one is his eyeballs that stand up. I'm going to curve these a little bit. 2 curved lines on either side, and then an eyeball that looks like this. And now I don't want to get too much into what the mouth looks like. To me it kind of looked like a bow. So I'm going to start with the circle here and add a bow on either side like this. Okay, now I'm going to curve the trapezoid that we drew a little bit to make it look more like the crab's shell, like this. And down here at the bottom, I'm actually not going to make it quite as tall as what I did before. Okay, all right, so now let's do those big front legs. I actually want to make it a little bit bigger than what I did before, even on that one side, and do the other one around it. And notice how the ovals and the circles are overlapping now, so it makes it look like it's coming out at you instead of just looking down on top of it. And do the rest of the legs like this. And again, this is going to be the ghost crab that I use in my drawing, the final drawing, the picture that we're going to do together for our final Friday piece, because I like this one better. I think this one stands out more. And this is really the one that you will find on the beach that's burrowing into the ground. You'll find all of those holes on the beach. And there he is. And then I'll go back with my eraser. I found a different eraser. I'm still in search of an eraser that's going to do well with this paper, and I hope I'm not going to smear it because we just finished using the ink pen, and very lightly take out those lines. Yep, see, there it goes. But we know what we meant. And this one has a lot less dust to it too. So there's our ghost crab.